Adesanya looks to get revenge on Alex Pereira. He's lost to him 3 times, including a KO in the 5th round at UFC 281. This is how that fight sounded. Now Pereira ties up Adesanya, 3:40 left. Pivotal round 5 and a big right elbow. Backs up Pereira. Adesanya finally gets some distance. Going deep into the 5th round here. Adesanya ducking away from a right-hand jab. Here comes Adesanya with a left. And another left. Oh, and Pereira coming in with a big right. Did he hurt Izzy? Izzy's wobbly. Oh, Izzy takes a left, now an uppercut. Takes a right. Oh my gosh. No. No, Pereira's pounding away. Oh, Izzy's going down and it's over. Wow. 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 Izzy goes down, bro. Yeah, and at that time, it was complete shock because I fully expected Adesanya to win. Forget what happened in kickboxing. He's been the champion forever. It's like seeing Usman lose is kind of shocking until, when you see it. But can Izzy come back and get the win in this fight? I mean, he's still favored, which is the crazy part. I mean, the guy is still favored. And you see there, of course, you got Aljamain Sterling up in there. But if you go to the second page, 11 through 20 on the due list, Adesanya is still number 12. And if he wins this, he's right back in the top 7 or 8 for sure. But we had to slide him down because he lost. But he's still big time. He's still one of the best fighters in the world. You look at the middleweight division rankings now, as it concerns Adesanya, Pereira, and even Khamzat Chimaev if he fights Paulo Costa or a Cannonier or Vettori. But Pereira is the champ. Adesanya is number 1. So that's what we got to look forward to in the middleweight division. So hold on to Khamzat Chimaev for a while because right now we got to get this title solidified first. So let's get to the prediction for Pereira versus Adesanya 2, or really 4, but the rematch in the UFC. In the middleweight division at UFC 287 for the middleweight division title, we got another rematch here between Alex Pereira, 7-1, the Brazilian, taking on the Nigerian former champ, Israel Adesanya. He's 23-2. Both guys 6'4". Adesanya's got a 1-inch reach advantage, pretty much even. He's a switch stance fighter. Pereira, we know, stands right-handed. Now, more activity from Pereira, 5.2 significant strikes per minute to about 4 per minute for Israel Adesanya. So that's, over the course of 25 minutes, that's 25 significant strikes, which is why Adesanya has got to pick up the pace in his fight. Takedowns, forget about it from either fighter. They're trying to stand and strike, which is why it's a tough matchup for Adesanya. Both guys got great takedown defense, 73% Pereira, 77% Adesanya. Now, in the last fight, before the finish, Adesanya had a pretty good lead, like 10 or 15 in significant strikes going into round 5. And then Pereira turned it on and got the finish, 2:01 into 2 minutes and 1 second into the 5th round. Now, before that, Adesanya was ridiculous. Major winning streak if you look past the Jan Blachowicz loss for the UFC light heavyweight title at the time. I mean, he was beating everyone. Sean Strickland, Jared Cannonier, Robert Whittaker, Marvin Vettori, right? He lost to Blachowicz. Before that, he beat Paulo Costa, Yoel Romero. But he hasn't had a finish since September 26, 2020. And I'm thinking he's either got to get the finish here, or he's just got to have a ridiculous pace, shooting for 150 to 200 significant strikes, and just continue to work and not be worried about running out of gas. He's got to be in great shape, and he's got to just frustrate Pereira, who is a real slow-paced fighter. Even though he's got 5 significant strikes per minute, kind of lulls you in. But you got to have activity and not let him be comfortable in his shoes. And if Adesanya does that, I think he takes the belt back. And that's exactly what I think is going to happen. That's my prediction. A little bit of delayed on this one because I had to really think about it. A lot of times we do it on the fly, and we are now, but I really believe Adesanya is going to go in there and find a way. I mean, he's a specialist in this area. Tough matchup with Pereira. The fact he beat him 3 times now, but that won't matter in this one. Adesanya wins, likely by decision, to move to 24-2 and get the belt back. And then we all got to hope there isn't another rematch. But that's the way it goes down here in the middleweight division at UFC 287. Yeah, so we like Adesanya, but the tough part about this prediction and fight for Adesanya is that he's a specialist. He's very unlikely to finish Pereira, and he's got to last 5 rounds. He was set up well going into the 5th in the last fight, but couldn't withstand what Pereira was bringing. And Pereira stole the belt, won the belt, finished him in the 5th round. So Adesanya has just got to continue to do what he did in the previous fight, but he's just got to last for 25 minutes. And that's a long time to last against a guy like Pereira who's got KO power from beginning to end. But we still like Adesanya to win this fight. Now, as we jump into the Q&A, Math Prodigy says, I definitely think Khamzat has been ducked multiple times. You think? The guy's been waiting for a fight. Craig says, Khamzat needs to fight in middleweight and then fight Leon for the title. Colby doesn't deserve a title shot. If anything, Bilal deserves it more. I hear you, but there's already talks of Colby and Leon fighting in London at UFC 291. That'll make it harder for Leon to say no. And, what's the rush to get Leon back in the octagon? Like any other champion, it's like a year. Leon, you got to fight 4 months later, 5 months later. But they're trying to keep the division moving, and I respect that. And Colby can beat Leon. It's not going to be easy, but he can do it. Ramon says, Jorge for the win in his hometown. Yep, Miami, baby. A motivated Masvidal is a very dangerous one. Gilbert is a savage, but he's going to need his high-level BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, to win. Yeah, and this is a tough matchup for Jorge because of the size of Gilbert Burns. But again, Jorge, like Alex Pereira, has KO power. DK MMA says, Masvidal got this one, brother. I hear you. Football fan says, not when Gilbert takes the dive. Yeah, that's going to be the thing if Gilbert loses, right? That he took the dive. Because the UFC would love to see Masvidal fight Leon Edwards, that they both can win. Because that would be a big one just because of the rivalry and the opportunity that Masvidal would have. Lassane says, Holland by KO. Yeah, it's not going to be easy against Ponzinibbio, but I think he can get the win. Chris Barnett over Chase Sherman. RM says, I agree. And Marcus, I believe, says, great video, man. Much appreciated. A lot on Gilbert Burns in the last podcast. MV Druma says, I think we are all up for Burns. But let's not count Masvidal out too soon. And that's the thing, is that KO power is something that can happen at any time. Lauren says, sorry, Gilbert gets defeated. So you have a lot of Masvidal fans. I think that's very clear. Back to Khamzat. Someone Met weighing in saying he's fighting Costa in October. And I really hope that's the case. I really hope that he fights Paulo Costa, because that wouldn't be an easy one. And if he can go in there and demolish Paulo Costa like he's done with other opponents, that would be saying a lot. What's up? This your boy Chris Cross. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button in one of the links below. Then click on one of them clips up above and enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and God bless. Peace.